If you are on bench right now or serving your notice period, I need 10 minutes of your time because what you do in the next few weeks will decide whether this becomes a gap in your career or the smartest move you will ever make. If you're new here, hi, my name is Piyush. I started my career as a production support engineer in 2012 and then I transitioned myself into cloud engineer, DevOps consultant, DevOps lead kind of roles. And today we are talking about something nobody makes video on. Not another roadmap, not another list of tools. We are talking about how to use your bench time to actually land a DevOps role. And most of what I will share, you won't find on LinkedIn or Twitter, whatever. Let's start with some honesty. If you are on the bench in a service-based company, you have two options. Option one, you enjoy it, table tennis, pool, reels, long lunches, chai breaks. It feels like a paid vacation. But once that paid vacation is over, either you are out in the market with no job or you will be assigned to a project that you're gonna hate for years. Or option two, you treat it like a full-time job, the job of preparing for your next role. Now here's the uncomfortable part. If you are on the bench, there's usually a reason. Maybe there's no project, maybe your skills doesn't match with what's in demand, or maybe nobody in the company knows you well enough to pull you in their team. Whatever the reason, the message is the same. You might need a new job soon or you need to take some actions. And you cannot just walk into an interview and say that you have spent last 6 months sitting idle. Nobody says that out loud, but interviewer thinks that that person is on PIP. Why did no project want them? A lot of things come into their mind. It doesn't leave a good impression. So the bench is not the rest time, it's a runaway. So let's use it wisely. Do some quick math with me. In India, most of us have a 3-month notice period. Bench time is often longer. Even if 5 focused hours a day, that's over 300 hours. People pay hundreds and thousands of dollars for boot camps with fewer hours than that. You are getting it for free with salary. Let that sink in. So here's the strategy. And step one is the part almost nobody does. Find the people already doing the job that you want. If you want to be a DevOps engineer, someone in your company is already doing that job right now on a real project with a real client with real production incidents. That person is more valuable than any course you can buy. Go and sit with them. But wait, before you go, do your homework. Do not walk up to a busy person and ask for a roadmap. Roadmaps are free. There are hundreds of videos. You can ask ChatGPT, Gemini and get one in 10 seconds. If you ask lazy questions, you will get lazy answers and you won't get a second meeting. Respect their time. Learn the basic first, then ask the question that only experience can answer. Now, what kind of question? Let me give you some examples. Ask them what their day actually looks like, not the job description, the real day. How much time goes into pipeline versus meetings versus firefighting? Ask them to walk you through their CI/CD pipeline, but first, study what a pipeline is on your own. Learn to read the pipeline. Then ask why theirs is built the way it is. That why is where the gold is. Ask about their branching strategies. Again, research first. Learn what Git flow is, what trunk-based deployment, or what trunk-based development, what feature branching is. Then ask which one their project uses and why they chose it. The reasoning is what interviewers actually test. Ask about release management. How does a production deployment work in their project? Who approves it? What happens when it fails? How do they roll back? Nobody teaches rollback strategy on YouTube because it comes up in real interviews because it's a real problem. And ask them the best question of all. What broke recently and how did they fix it? Every production incident is a free interview story and you are collecting them. Now, here's the detail that matters. Document everything, but not on your company laptop. You will return that laptop anyways and everything on it goes with it. So keep your notes on your phone or your personal device. And one important line here, document the concepts, the tools, the reasoning you're learning, but never copy company code, client data or confidential data. That can end your career faster than the bench ever could. So you want the knowledge, not the files. Step 2, and this is the part I'm telling you, people genuinely don't know. Your company is full of resources that benched employees never touch. Most service-based companies pay for learning platforms like Udemy Business, Pluralsight, Coursera, internal academies. Certifications are often sponsored too. Cloud certs, Kubernetes certs, AWS, GCP, Azure certs. Employees on project have no time to use this. You have nothing but time. So use the company's money to get certified before you leave. Next is internal documentation. Your run books, wikis, architectural docs, postmortem reports. Read them to learn how real systems are designed and operated. Again, learn from them, don't copy them. And here's the bold one. Ask to shadow. Ask a delivery manager or a project manager if you can silently join incident calls or release calls for a project. Many will say no, some will say say yes. You just need one yes. Sitting on one real production incident call teaches you more than 10 tutorials. You hear how engineers communicate under pressure. You hear what actually breaks. That's the education. Now, step 3 is turn what you learn into something you can show in your interview. Everything you have absorbed from those conversations, rebuild it at home. Free tier, personal laptop, or even if you have to spend some money. It's an investment. GitHub Action is free. Minikube, Kind, K3s cluster. It all runs Kubernetes on your machine. Build the same pipeline flow you saw at work. Break it, fix it. Now you just don't know the theory. You have felt the pain, and pain is what makes knowledge stick. If your company allows it, volunteer for an internal POC or an automation task while on bench, even a small one. Now, your answer to what you were working on has a real project in it. Now let's talk about the interview, and here's something you should know. The company that you apply to has no idea you were on bench. There's no register, no database. They will never find it out. What they will find out within 5 minutes is whether you actually understand what you're talking about or not. Confidence without knowledge collapses at the second follow-up question. But if you have done everything we just discussed, something changes. When they talk about CI/CD, you're not just reciting a definition. You have learned it the right way. You are describing a pipeline you studied line by line, rebuilt at home, and discussed with someone who runs it in the production. When they ask about deployment failures, you have a real incident story. That's the difference between sounding prepared and being prepared. You are not faking your experience. You are compressing years of someone else's experience into months of your own learnings. That's a completely fair game. One last thing. This playbook is not just for DevOps. Same approach works for SRE, cloud engineering, data engineering, development, anything. Find the person doing the job. Do your homework. Ask experience-based questions. Document on your personal device. Use company learning resources. Rebuild what you have learned at home. And the role changes, the method doesn't. So let me leave you with this. The bench feel embarrassing, I get it. But it's actually the only time in your career when someone pays you a full salary to do nothing but grow. People on projects would kill for that. So don't waste it on reels and ping pong. 3 months from now, you'll either be explaining a gap or walking in an interview with real stories, real skills, and real confidence. That choice is being made today. If this was useful, share it with one friend who's on the bench right now. They need it more than a like. And if you want a video where I break down a real CI/CD pipeline end to end, the way you would see in an actual project, tell me in the comments and I will see you in the next one. Happy learning.